Hi everyone, it's Stacy from PeonyLaneDesigns.com. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the link below. We are going to be trying some Posh Chalk metallic paste. Subscribe now. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified. I have been seeing Posh Chalk metallic paste all over my Instagram feed. All of these furniture artists from the UK are using it like crazy, and I was jealous. I had to get some of this. It's made by Would You Bend. I'm going to be trying that too real quick. Yeah, but this is like, it says hybrid 3D metallic paste for relief effects and impressive results. It is so impressive. You guys, I watched this one woman and she used her finger and she put it on some gingerbread detail on a dresser, and it was so gorgeous. And she actually used this, which is rose gold. It looks pink to me. I know rose gold is pinky, but I don't get that rose gold vibe off of it. But we are going to try this today. And I read the directions. Again, you guys are impressed, right? I read the directions. And what I did not realize was, so it says it's high adhesion and it will work on anything from paper, wood, leather, everything. Yeah. So paper, wood, cloth, glass, metal, plastic, and especially to leather and leatherette. It can be applied with a brush, a sponge, a knife. I don't even know what you do with that. A knife. Maybe like on canvas. You know how they do that? Stamp. I just, when it came, I was like, oh, yeah. And then I had a bunch of other stuff I had to do for Junk Bonanza. And I've just been saying, I got this before Junk Bonanza, you guys. That's how long I've been patiently waiting to use this. So what I have is this frame that I picked up. I don't know if you remember if you went junking with me. Picked it up for $2 at my favorite thrift store, Shalom, up in Cambridge. And it's got this fantastic gingerbread detail. That's why I've got it so close in the camera, because I want you to see it. This is what we're going to be using this on. And the rest of the frame, I'm trying to decide if I want to paint it like rose gold, or if I want to just do white, or maybe even leave it the silver that it is, but that might look a little weird. I don't know. What do you think? Decisions were made, and I'm going to do the whole thing in the Posh Chalk. Let's get this open and see what it smells like, because that's my big thing, is like, what does it smell like? Oh, look at that. I've smelled that before. It smells weird. I'm going to use a brush because we are going to cover the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, obviously not a one coat coverage. Which is weird because I've seen other people brush it on and it looks like it covers right away, and I'm like, huh. Look at how pretty it is, though, in this. Oh, I just kind of want to leave it in here. Maybe I will paint the rest. See, now I'm like, oh. No, I think I just need to buff it. Let's make this the whole thing. Trust the process, Stacy. Trust the process. Let's just go with it. I love a good metallic. Now, this definitely does not remind me of rose gold. So let's take a peek at. This is a rose gold, which is obviously less pink than that. That's kind of my benchmark. That's what I think of when I think of rose gold. Here is what Angela's leather paint thinks is rose gold. I mean, rose gold really runs the gamut between, frankly, this is just gold and this is way pink. So it's a metallic pink, but we're going to call it rose gold. I think if I did this over a gold frame, it would definitely skew rose gold, because rose gold still has a gold tone to it. This is just a pearl pink to me right now on this silver. It's a pearl pink, but it's still pretty. It's sticky. I mean, it's not a paint. Clearly, it's a paste. There's a part of the silver that's come off here. I want to see how it handles this situation, if it's got any coverage at all. No, you'll definitely see that. I was wondering that. I would need to do repairs. I'm not gonna lie, I'm finding the lack of information from the vendor maddening. Just absolutely maddening, because it started to gum up a lot. And I went to their website to look and see what do I do, right? I mean, they say it can be used on leather, wood, all this stuff. The only thing they show you is how to stencil with it. I'm clearly not stenciling with it. I mean, it's not a stencil. And then how to pop it. So apparently if you hit this with some heat, like a heat gun, it will expand and create a texture on your stenciled project. And I'm going, what if I'm not stenciling a project? This is maddening. And they're, you know, raving on the container about how, I mean, it literally says, especially leather and leatherette. There's literally nothing on the website about using it on leather and leatherette, which is so frustrating, right? So I hate that. I hate manufacturers that give you like no information. Or they give you part of the information. So what I did was I grabbed some water. I put it in this bowl because I figured it's water cleanup, it's water based. We're going to go with water. Because it was getting so sticky and gummy, and it was like leaving texture marks that I didn't want to see. I hit it with the water and that smoothed it out. So that was good. I mean, you can thin it with some water. Honestly, you guys, manufacturers need to do better as far as giving us information on how to use this product, especially when you're saying it can be used on all these surfaces, but you literally don't show us anything but a stencil. And they have all these stockists that are doing videos. Well, they're like the TikTok videos, so they're 15 seconds long, and you know, on Instagram, and it's just them like, here, I did this. And I'm going, okay, did she use her finger for all of it? Because that's a lot of space. And I saw one and she was painting it on. Well, it covered way better than this did. And then I realized I got to take a big thick goop out to cover. So you're literally just skimming the whole surface with brand new product. I don't know. We'll have to try it on other stuff. You'll see more videos, I'm sure, because obviously I can't. This is just my first attempt at trying this. So we'll try it on the other product. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to, I don't know. I got to hit the edges. I finished painting the frame, and you're definitely going to want to have water on hand. That's for sure. I mean, if you're going to do just the highlights, you could probably get away with hitting it with straight out of the bottle, but no. I would highly recommend A, watering your brush, and B, having water on hand to keep, because it just gums up so fast and it looks really pretty. I'm going to show you how it turned out. In the end, it's still streaky. The edges are still really streaky. I could not do a thing with those edges. Like every time I tried to do more and thicker over the edges, it just got worse. So I stopped. The top, it's okay. The detail is pretty. I do not like how this frame turned out. It's okay. It's not my favorite. I need to do something to it because I'm not happy with how it turned out. But the paste itself is really pretty. Like if I'm ever going to use it again, it's going to be on the details to kind of give that little pop of shine on the high parts. I am not going to try and paint a whole tabletop with it. Might try the stencil. I can't see a world where I need to stencil and pop this stuff. So their big selling thing is that you stencil it on, you scrape it on, pull the stencil off, and then you hit it with a heat gun and it pops up. And I keep thinking, on a tabletop, I mean, you could never set anything on that table ever again. You could maybe put glass on it, but how's that gonna stick? No. No. I will never be stenciling a tabletop with it. Maybe the side of a piece, but then again, why? Why? I don't know why. Why I would want that raised piece on there, the raised stencil design. It's just a no for me. We'll try it on something else. It says fabric, it says leather, it says glass, all these other things that you can use it on. But for painting, maybe the highlights, just maybe to highlight. Other than that, I'm at no. Oh, I'm really sorry. I did not like it. I didn't like how this piece turned out. And I'm really frustrated because I was so excited to use it. Really frustrated with the lack of information on the creator's website. So if you're going to create a product, you really need to show us more than one thing. So all they have up there for this particular product is the stencil and pop. I literally cannot think of a situation I would want to use that in. I will never do that to a tabletop, just because in my world, the tabletop should be functional, and having a raised pattern on it is going to make, you can't set a cup down. It's going to wobble. You can't set something on top of it. It's going to wobble. No wobbling. This seems to me, I mean, in that scenario where you stencil it on and it raises up, is something I end up scraping off and doing a whole lot of work to get rid of before I paint stuff. So I won't be doing it. I'm going to get some backlash. I can feel it. I can totally feel the backlash coming. But I have to be completely honest. I would never use it like that. And I really am frustrated with the company for not providing other tutorials, other projects, other ways to use this product. Everything I did was sort of a hunt and peck method of trying to figure out how to use it properly. And in the end, like, I could not get those edges to work. And I tried really hard, you guys, like really hard. So if I have something with great gingerbread detail, I'll be hitting the high spots with it because it's a pretty metallic. I'm not sold on it though. It's not one of those pieces that I'm like, you have to go out and buy it right now. No, you could hit it with any other metallic paint. I mean, Modern Masters metallic for $4 in a little tiny pot and hit the high spots. That's the honest truth. It was a lot of money for less than wow. I'm sad saying that because I was really excited about trying it. Like, I saw all the videos and nobody ever talks on them. It's not like they're showing you how to use them. It's just them in, time lapse. Here's how I did it, and it's like, ooh, that looks pretty. I want to try it. And then I get it and it's like, how do I use it? There's no instructions. There's no instructions. And the whole stencil thing, Nope. Nope. I'm sure there will be somebody who wants that textured, popped, raised effect on their furniture. It's not for me and it's not for my clients. I can feel the backlash already, guys. I'm not judging you. If you got clients that like that or want that, fine, do it. But I can't. I kept thinking when I was looking at, they did like a mandala on a tabletop and it was raised up and it was pretty. And all I kept thinking was, but you try and set a cup of coffee down or a cup of tea and it's going to be wobbly on that texture. So, and if you heat up that texture, I mean, if it's like a big puffy, it's like puffy paint. I don't want puffy paint on my projects. So it's a no for me. But thanks for watching, everyone. If you haven't yet gotten one of your Happy Junkin shirts, which I just got paint on my brand new Junkin shirt. I was working on this thing, got paint on myself. Or was it that thing? I don't know. There's like 4 projects in here that are white. Click the link below and get your Happy Junkin shirt. If you want to send me a Thrift Flip challenge, or if you have another product you want to send me to try, happy to do so. You can always comment down below about products that you've seen that you're wondering how they work. Let me know and we'll try them out. And if you want to send me a coffee, that link is down below too. It's like Patreon without the monthly commitment. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all your support. And as always, happy junkin'. Bye. Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.